Hello everybody, my name is Alphabetti Gamer and welcome to probably the hardest football manager challenge I'm going to undertake. Now, I did a trial run effectively for this and I went through multiple different seasons and I could not find a job in any of the two top divisions on the coefficients table. So what I've done is, and the process of this, is I was going to start this challenge fresh when the new game come out in Football Manager 2025. But I felt like there was no time like the present. I just wanted to get on with this and start the process of doing so. So I'll be starting off unemployed with no coaching badges, working my way from the lowest rated European leagues in the coefficients table to the highest European leagues in the coefficients table. Now, the 5 leagues on the screen are the 5 lowest leagues in the coefficients table playable in Football Manager 24 itself. I'm going to start with the lowest division within every single league selected and start on a large database, as you can see, and then whichever one that I can choose from, I would start a league in or get a job in from there. Now the lowest coefficient is Iceland, but then I can move backwards and forwards between any league. Now the process and the ultimate goal of this challenge is to win every top playable division within your group. When I've won a top division within the country that I'm playing in with a team, like the Netherlands for example, then I'll move on to the next country within the coefficients table, or vice versa. Now with the top 5 leagues being selected, I'll keep these 5 selected least for the time being, and then from there, if there is jobs available, I will then cross them off the list and make that not playable from there, and then add a 5th league of the next coefficient down. So the next coefficient down after Scotland, Netherlands and Norway will be Belgium. So for example, if I beat one of the leagues there, so the Netherlands for example, then I would remove the Netherlands league and add Belgium into there, and then coercively eventually work up to the most highly coefficient leagues, which more than likely will be the top leagues around the world, which will be Germany, France, Spain, Italy, Portugal for example. They will be the last leagues, and I want to start off in the lesser leagues just to try and make it more enjoyable for the people who are watching today. So I'm going to go through the process, start the game, apply for any jobs that may be available. I'm going to go from the earliest start date on the game, which I'm going to have a look what will be. So that looks like 6th of the 2nd, 23 will be the earliest. Yeah, early season, 6th of the 2nd, 10th of the 7th. So I'll go from the earliest start date possible, which will be the February 2023, which more than likely there won't be any jobs available from there. But then I'm going to start the game process up, let it load. I'm going to show you the managerial screen from there after I've finished this, and then I'll come back to yourselves when either I've got an interview or possibly got a job itself. So I'm going to continue now. Thank you very much. As you can see, this is my manager, my beautiful self here. That's probably not how I look around in real life from there. But then I'm going to go Sunday League footballer, no coaching badges, adaptability as high as possible because I've been moving through majority of leagues. I'm going to knock down, I think, that I'm working with youngsters more because I tend to try and sign younger players, or even if I am doing a long-term save like this, try and produce younger players to then turn into future players. From there, and I'm just going to confirm this all just to show you guys what the base stats are for my manager before we start into the process, and then from there we're just going to start searching for jobs effectively. So I'll see you guys in a moment. So at the moment the only job available is the Ajax job, so I'm going to cheekily apply for that. Internationals I'm not interested at all, it'll just be club jobs, and I've got all the leagues selected from there, as you've seen previously. So I'm going to apply for that job, and then from there I'm just going to continue on applying for any clubs, go on holiday indefinitely until a job offer becomes available, and then I'll come back to you guys when I've either got an interview with a club or I've got a job. Well, I'll just come back to you guys when I've got an interview. Oh yeah, here we go. First interview with FK Tucums 2000/Telms in the Alphabetti Versiga League, which is in Latvia. They are rock bottom of the league. Oh well, ain't no time like the present. Let's go to the interview. Yeah, I'm fairly adept at learning new languages. I'm merely considering my options. I can confess it yet. A dressing room atmosphere, that's fine. Limited resources, I'll do the right thing when it comes to money. Motivating people is one of my strengths, and I'm confident of bringing that here. Work within the wage budget, avoid relegation from the league, okay, reach the latter stages of the cup, and then just continue to avoid relegation, so stay in the league effectively. That's an exciting vision. I'd agree that I'll do that. Proposed transfer budget of 38k, yeah. Proposed wage budget of 2,750, not too bad. Any requests? No. Right, see what happens from that interview, see if we can possibly start our first job. I have applied for a couple of other jobs in Norway. So Kay from Oslo and Sondergal, but I think I got rejected from them there. Yeah. Oh no, just to receive the applications. So that was my first interview. So I've not been rejected from them. But obviously I went on holiday indefinitely, and there was some unsuccessful jobs I think further down here. But we'll come to that bridge when it comes to it and just see what happens with this next interview. I'll be back with you guys if anything materialises. Oh ho! There we go. So we got our first job on the game, and we're going to be starting with FK Tukamus 2000/Telms, and we are going to have a transfer budget 40k, wage budget 2.8k, and our wage is going to be £108 per week. We're going to see if we can possibly get a little bit more from them, and all we need to do is avoid relegation. So let's go do it. Let's see if we can get an extra 20 quid. Yeah, I've got an extra 20 quid, so we're on £200 a week, just a year. The top division relegation wage drop, that's fine, because if we end up going out of this league, there's only one league in Latvia. So we are starting with the second coefficient and starting a job in Latvia, and we are starting with this team. So I'm going to finalise this deal. I'm going to continue it to the team, and then I'll just give a brief overview in the end of this video. And I'll just give a brief overview of the team when everything's brief overview of the club when everything's loaded. And the next episode will just be us starting the process, possibly signing players and a tactic. So be with you in a sec. There we go, brief overview of the team. So I'd skip the first one there. Media prediction 9th. We were founded in 2000. Fierce rivals of Meta. You have 1,000 capacity stadium. Basic training, youth facilities and youth recruitment. Having 2019's growing history. Won Latvian League. When did they form? A year founded 2000s. Okay, so they must have come up into this division previously. That's possibly the best players from there. That's the formation that they're playing currently, which I might consider that, if that's the best players from the team. And we've got a player on loan called Makaze Nagasawa. So what I'll do is just go a brief overview of the squad. Not contract, just general info. So it looks like best player is the guy who's on loan, who's a right winger. Attacking midfielder there, few defensive midfielders. So I'll probably go for defensive midfielders with wingers maybe. I do not think we have a left winger. So that could be something to look into. Might possibly go more. No, because I didn't want to use him because he's the best winger there. Oh no, we do. We have someone who can play right and left mid down here who's 16. Called Liam Levi. So that's somebody we can play there. Have we got any players in our reserves team? He's a young goalkeeper. Let's move him up. And another young goalkeeper there. Let's move him up. Have we got 2 secondary goalkeepers? We've got 4 goalkeepers now. Well, it seems like a very, very young squad. Which that's good. There's a lot of homegrown players. Some people on amateur contracts. Is there anybody who's decent in the under-18s? We'll just briefly look at the youth there. There's someone with good potential who can play attack and mid. And there's someone with good potential who can play striker. We do have a second team. There is a 4.5-star player centre mid, but then we're going for defensive midfielders more than likely. Unless we can go... a lot of centre mids, few defensive mids. So I might play 4-1 defensive midfielder, 2 centre mids and a right midfielder. Let's set that up, see how that is. Go for wing play. Go for that, not 4-4-2. That's the formation that I would want. Play with a ball man and a midfielder in there. Wingers up there, advanced playmaker, deep line playmaker, and probably Mazzala to go in there. And that's what I'll go with. And I'll see the best positions in a moment. So obviously from there I'm going to leave that as a tactic, and then I'll get into the next episode where we'll be doing a base team. So this is the start squad. We are with FK2 Coombs 2000/Telms. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Thank you, bye.